Welcome back. It is day 19 today of our CADvent series, and actually the last one that we're going to do on Revit, so this will round up our 10 Revit videos quite nicely. We're going to show you how to create construction drawings. Again, the idea behind these 10 videos has been real high-level overview, not in depth. Hopefully it's giving you a taster, hopefully it's giving you some confidence in using Revit, but as some next steps, perhaps you can reach out and look at how we can help you moving forward in a more one-to-one manner. But let's jump in and have a look at how we create construction drawings inside of Autodesk Revit. So generally speaking, we kind of say that you get your construction drawings for free when it comes to working inside of Revit, because we're already doing the work in our views. And in the last video, we were showing you that you can duplicate your views and you create as many views as you need to say, or not say, but to tell the story or show the design from a 2D drawing perspective. So all we need to do to create the drawings inside of Revit is just take those views and place them onto paper. And it's all done in your project browser. So if we scroll down to our project browser, we have a section called Sheets. And in here, I've got one in my project by default, which is called A100 Unnamed. A sheet is a specific paper size, which will be defined by the title block, which is a Revit family, which is placed in the file. And we can create new sheets by right-clicking on the sheet, saying New Sheet, choosing the title block, in this case another A1. And what will happen is Revit will automatically number that sheet. It's incremental like all of the other numbering schemes in Revit. So it's numbered A101 and it also gives it a name. I'm just going to leave them as unnamed for this example, but you could right click on the sheet and choose to rename at any point in time. Change the number or change the name. And then what we're going to do on those sheets is just show you how easy it is to work. So on this piece of A1, I just want to show a couple of floor plans. So I'm going to go up to my project browser and I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top and I'm going to drag and drop my ground floor construction view onto my sheet. This goes and places a view placeholder on my mouse. That can then be placed onto my sheet like so. It's placed at the scale that is defined within the view itself. So we set that as a 1:50, which is actually too big for what I want. So on the view, I'm going to change that back to 1:100, go back to my sheet and show you that it rescales and resizes the view, or at least most of the view, bar the line there, and it places those like so. So we can literally drag and drop any view down onto paper. So I've created my ground floor, which is view number 1. Whilst I'm there, I'm going to place my section view, section 1, drag and drop onto my sheet as view number 2. I'm also going to go ahead and place one of my elevations, the south elevation, drag and drop onto my sheet. And you can see we can align the views. It comes up with snapping. It's really easy to use. And I'm just placing these views down onto my sheet. And Revit is showing me on that construction drawing scaled versions of those views. Remember, if you want to change something, like this elevation is an awful mess, I can go over to the elevation view, activate it, select my level markers, like so. Says use tab to select if you're struggling to get the line that you're after. I'm still struggling to get the line that I'm after. There it is. And then drag those out to the left hand side using the try again using the little line that appears, the little dot, sorry, that appears there. There we go. And just drag those out. Apologies, that was my eyes playing mischief with me more than anything else. So we're just going to drag those out to the left, and we're also going to drag out the same lines to the right, just to tidy up those level markers. Lovely. Go straight back to your piece of paper, and you can see that they have been updated on paper for us, which is great. You can also see that the names are placed against each view. So this section here, I'm going to go and call that typical window detail. And you can see that that changes the name on the view. Here's a real time saver. View 1, View 2, View 3. You might have noticed, if you're eagle-eyed, on my ground floor for construction, this section view, this elevation view has been numbered automatically, as has the section view, because they've both been placed on sheet A100. This one is View 3, this one is View 2. So everything starts updating for you and working in the way that you would expect. You continue to drag and drop your views onto the sheet, and as they're placed on the sheet, they highlight in blue in your project browser to show you which have been placed and which are in use. And it really is as simple as that. The same is true of any 3D view, any other view type inside of Revit, like a legend view or a detail view or a schedule. We haven't covered those today, but check out our YouTube channel because we have a whole host of different videos on all of those subjects and more. And really, that's kind of it. That's what I wanted to show you in this session, how to start creating some very basic drawings inside of Revit. It's straightforward. I have the easy job. I just show how the tools work. You've got a little bit more to do to be more accurate than I have, but it really is that simple. And really, that brings us to the end of the 10 videos on Revit in this series. I hope you found them useful, but again, please reach out for some next steps if you need to learn Revit in a fuller amount of detail, because this is really only scratching the surface. Join us tomorrow for the last day in our Inventor series, and then the day after, where we're going to go through 4 final videos which show you some new tech, talk through some next steps, and I think you'll find them really interesting. So look forward to those. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.